In terms of listening, we talked a lot about listening to other instruments. I tend to own a lot of recordings, so I can go to my own library and listen for certain interpretations. Although I would caution people too against, if you will, learning from recordings. What a lot of students tend to do is they'll listen to a great artist play a concerto, and then they will mimic that kind of phrasing or the certain style of shifting, certain ways that they approach the piece. And that's fine to a point. But I always encourage the kids to have their own point of view rather than just sort of do it because my teacher told me to do so or because this great artist told them to do so. It's kind of like a painting student imitating the strokes of Rembrandt. They don't really necessarily understand why those strokes went that way. They're just imitating it. It's not really art. So what I'd like them to do is I want them to listen to the way the piece quote-unquote goes, but then delve into what they're doing and learn from the score, learn from their instrument, learn from themselves, if you will, rather than just do it because a famous person did it that way. And it's a very difficult thing because when you're young and you're not really sure how it's supposed to go, it's very comforting to hear someone else do it and say, well, now I know how that is. But it's not enough, and ultimately it's a glass ceiling because you don't really learn anything from pure imitation for imitation's sake. You start with the imitation, but then you've got to go on with something of your own. And that's ultimately what makes for interesting performances.